On the eve of the Baku race, let's compare the previous races data for the top 4 contenders for the title. I have compiled the data for similar stints, meaning that all drivers are in dirty air with similar tire compounds for beginning and middle or end race stages. The time difference between the teams can be seen on this chart. Let's start at the Bahrain Grand Prix. The first stint is laps 2 to 9, soft compounds. The second stint is laps 46 to 57, hard compounds. As we can see from the chart, Red Bull's performance on the hard compound is similar to the soft, while Ferrari is struggling on hards. Aston Martin instead gained over 0.8 of a second from compound change, and it seems that Mercedes completely failed to set up their car, as they are losing nearly a second to Red Bull in both stints. Now on to Saudi Arabia. The first stint is laps 2 to 15 on medium compound, and the second is laps 27 to 37 on hards. The situation is looking better for Mercedes. They were second fastest in the first stint and third fastest in the second segment of the race. Aston Martin was able to get the top spot in the first stint, due to Verstappen fighting for positions as he started from the lower part of the grid. I didn't include Perez's times here, as he had clean air for the most part of his stint. However, in laps 27 to 37 everything falls into place. What is more, Red Bulls are now more than a second faster than their opponents. The difference is even more severe if we have a look back at the chart for all 3 races. This data makes me think that Red Bull is sandbagging, as during this period Perez and Verstappen were setting fastest laps, trying to outperform each other, pushing the car to the limit. Finally, let's talk about the Australian Grand Prix. Similarly to the first race's analysis, the first stint is laps 2 to 6, just before the Albon's accident. This time Verstappen is once again not the fastest man on the grid, as he is stuck between the 2 Mercedeses. Hamilton, however, despite having DRS from Russell, is the slowest amongst them. Alonso once again is the fastest man around, hanging on Sainz's DRS. The second stint is laps 27 to 52 on hard. Ferrari for the third time in a row on hard compound is slower than its opponents, while Aston Martin is second to Red Bull by being only 15 hundredths behind. Overall, the latest race is the closest in terms of performance between the catching up teams. So let's summarize the analysis. Surely, this data is only for 3 races, but some things can be derived from it. Firstly, the most obvious, all 3 runners-ups were able to improve by race 3. However, I believe that this leap is partly due to Red Bull holding back themselves, but the numbers still impress. Secondly, Ferrari need to work on their usage of hard compound. In all 3 races on hard they were the slowest car amongst the 4. Aston Martin car is contrary, working better on hard compound. Finally, Mercedes are not the second fastest car on the grid. As can be seen on a derivative-only rounds chart, their direct opponent now is Ferrari, as Aston Martin are ahead of them both. Let's wait for the upcoming Baku race to see what new upgrades the cars will get, and how they will be able to improve. That will be it for today. Please leave a like and comment if you enjoyed this video. Thank you for your time.